What's up, Facebook land? Hello, hello, it is Christopher Rausch. It is your No Excuses coach. Out with another walk and talk. What's up? What's up? Good to see you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on this beautiful day, wherever this may find you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Again, I am Christopher Rausch, your No Excuses coach, out with my buddy, Ozzy. We're doing a little walk and talk today. Ozzy is having a blast sniffing stuff. As you can tell, we got overcast here in Southern California. We are headed for a huge storm. I guess it's going to start happening tonight. It's going to give California a lot of rain, so we're excited about that. But I'm not here to be your meteorologist. I'm here to talk to you about what's on my mind this beautiful day. Now, I have the great pleasure of talking to, what's up, Chris Hoffey? Good to see you, brother. I get the great pleasure of talking to a lot of people every week, a lot of people, whether it's complimentary coaching calls, whether it's my coaching clients, it's people on my shows, people I'm interacting with on Clubhouse. I'm constantly talking to people, as well as talking to myself and talking to my friends. You know, I talk to my mentors. I'm a mentor to other people. And one thing that I really wanted to come to you guys today with is that it's okay not to be okay. And I know that may sound kind of crazy, but a lot of us are trying to, and I put myself in that category as well. A lot of us are trying to always be doing something, always be great, always have everything figured out. You know, we don't want to be in that place where we're uncertain. We don't want to be in that place where it's uncomfortable. So we constantly do something to get out of those states. Whether most of the time it's short-term gratifications that we are doing, we're actually sabotaging ourselves. But you know, talking to some people recently, there's like this stigma of not being okay. Like, oh, I have to, even if you have coaching clients, even if you know, whatever it is, whoever you are, it's actually great not to be okay, because that's a time for self-reflection. That's a time not to run away from your problems, not to run away from the fears or anything else, but it's time to sit and reflect. Now, how many times do we actually do that? How many times do we actually sit and reflect and think about the situations we're in, think about what it is that we truly want? And here's the thing, guys, life changes. We change. Our desires change, our motivations change, our perspectives change. It's a growing journey that we're on. So you're never going to get to a spot where you finally figure it out and you're happy. I know a lot of people, I've coached a lot of people who make a lot of money, can buy anything they want. All of a sudden, once they've made it, then they find out they're missing something. They find out what they're missing is the thing that they were complaining about all along, which is the grind, which is the hustle, which is actually figuring out what it is that we need to do to shift and pivot in this journey. So you're never going to arrive somewhere and be like, okay, I got it all figured out. The point of this is just to really sit down when you're not okay and talk to yourself and see what's going on, and have people in your life, have mentors in your life who support you and that you can talk truthfully with and be able to get stuff off your chest. Because half the battle, my job as a coach, is to listen. I listen a lot. People would think I would talk a lot, but no, I actually don't. Well, on occasion I do. But it's a fact of just being able to vocalize some of the stuff that you have going on in your life, and not feel guilty about it, not feel bad about that. What's up, Rona? Good to see you. It's been a while since we talked. It's actually good, because from that perspective of being able to sit quietly and figure out where it is that you're at, you're giving yourself love. You're giving yourself self-care, instead of just jumping into the next thing, hoping, wishing, and praying that it actually might work out. How about taking some time to reflect? How about taking some time to really understand that it's these times in our lives where we start to grow, where we really start to get to know ourselves more. And here's the thing. Don't go to your short-term gratifications, whatever it might be: alcohol, booze, shopping, Netflix, gambling, sex, whatever it might be. Don't go to those. Hey, you know what? Because this is the part, when you stop going to those things, that's when you really find out why it is that you go to them. So that's why the book Think and Grow Rich says think. It says think. So we have to sit down and reflect. One of the biggest pieces of advice I have for you guys in these times is to journal. And I know people journal and I say, you know what, Chris, sometimes I don't get anything out of it. Journal without fear of who's going to read it, and journal to the point where you start getting into the nuggets of things. Start asking yourself questions. You know, why is it that I feel like I'm behaving like this? Why is it that I feel like I'm reacting to this thing? What is it that I can take from this and be able to turn around and learn for myself? And that's one of the things that I do when I journal, is I'll bitch, piss, and moan, because I'm human. But then I get to the bottom and I'm like, okay, what am I going to do personally to be a part of the solution, not be part of the problem? Because, you know, venting and all that other stuff is one thing, but actually we got to be responsible for where it is we're at. So When you're not okay, that's actually an indication that, you know, your soul is nudging you and saying, hey, listen, what is it that we need to do to reset? And here's one of the things I'm finding with a lot of my coaching clients and the people who are coming into my group coaching program, which, by the way, starts January 11th. So there's bonuses for you if you sign up before December 31st. Just want to make sure you go to my website, you can see it. But people are, you know, it's amazing when we let go of the ego. Let go of the ego. Let go of what it is that we're trying to prove or validate, whose permission we're trying to get. When we drop that stuff, ladies and gentlemen, this is the magic. This is the thing that I've been learning for the last, I don't know, 5 years, is being able to drop the ego, be able to drop the need for results, and drop comparing. Let's stop comparing ourselves to whoever but ourselves, right? You know, oh, that person's got this and that person's doing this. I should be there compared to this. And when we're doing that, stop all that stuff. If you're not feeling okay with things, stop and recognize what it is that you can let go of. And here's another exercise that I give my coaching clients as well, is listing out what it is that you're tolerating. We often tolerate a lot of stuff, and we often don't even realize how much we tolerate until we actually, you know, sit down and put it to paper. Now, here's the exercise. What are you tolerating about yourself? And then what are you tolerating about other people or other things? And then sit there and give it a week and build that list out and see what it is that, you know, that's messing you up, because invariably my coaching clients will come back and they'll have like 15 things on a list. And I'm like, that's it. And I tell them, just go back the next week and just really look at what you're tolerating. You know, the key sticks in the ignition. You haven't called the gardener to do this. You haven't, all these things that you're tolerating, let's put them on a list. And they'll come back and they'll have like 30 to 45 things. And I'm like, okay, now here's the situation. How different would you feel? How much more confidence would you have? How much more productive would you be if you weren't tolerating a third of those? How would you feel if you weren't tolerating 5 of those? And they're like, oh my God, Chris, you know, if there's some of these, I realize, you know, if I've been putting up with so long, if I let those go, I would have extra time in my day. I would have extra space in my confidence. I would, you know, all these different things. And I'm like, okay, so what is it that we can do to work on those? You know, what's the low hanging fruit here that we can abolish? When you stop tolerating stuff and you stop putting up with stuff, ask yourself why you're putting up with it. That's where the nugget is. The toleration is the one thing, but when you actually identify why it is that you're doing it, oh, I'm seeking acceptance and validation. I don't want to disappoint so-and-so, all these different things. Once you find out what the nugget, the root is, that's the magic sauce of finding out why it is that you're not okay. The toleration, that is one thing, but I've had people sit there and say they tolerated a whole bunch of stuff not working. And then what we found out was that they didn't feel like they were worthy of having really nice stuff. So it was a worthiness issue. It wasn't a laziness issue. It was a worthiness issue. Once they started feeling worthy, everything shifted. More clients started showing up. Their relationships improved. Everything. That's why I'm called the no excuses coach, because I take no excuses for figuring out what the root of the situation is so that we can solve for that. I'm gonna have to go back and read these comments, but thank you guys, whether you're here live or on the replay. I appreciate it. Let me know what I can do to help you. Let me know if you're going through the situation. You know, here's the other thing I wanted to talk about. Let me shift hands here for a second. Because there's a lot of, I didn't realize the street was gonna be so busy right now. Apologize for that, but there's a lot of stuff going on in the world collectively. The vibrational energy, the frequency. If you didn't get a chance to see my show on last Tuesday, the Raw and Unscripted show, I had Sarah Tynan on, and she's a frequency coach, a medium, what is it called? Frequency coach, vibrational, all this stuff that I used to think was like the self-help fluffy bullshit I talk about. But it really opened my eyes to the fact, I'm like, you know, because I'm an empathic person, apparently an empath, that when the collective energy of the world changes, I feel that. And so a lot of us are feeling that collective shift. And what it is, it's not bad. It's that every one of us, a lot of us are sitting there waking up going, is this really what I'm about? Is this really what I'm going to stand for? Whether you're picking sides or, you know, whatever it is, there's an awakening going on. And there's a vibrational shift to say, you know what, am I really happy doing this? This is why a bunch of people are quitting, because they're going, you know, really, but do I want to put up with this stuff? There's a lot of different layers to that. But what I'm saying is the vibrational energy is going on and we're in tune with that. So what can we do? We can shift the vibrational energy within ourselves by, again, accepting that maybe we're not okay and being good with that. And then more importantly, being on the discovery path to what it is that will make us happy and what it is that's going to complete us and fulfill us. Because here's the God's honest truth. Time is going by so fast. Most of my coaching clients right now are between the ages of 35 and 60. And they're at a point now where they're just like, you know, I've got financial success, I've got all this, but I'm missing something. And what it is that it's that authenticity. People are coming like, Chris, I just want to be like you, man. You just talk and you just say whatever you got to say. You're not afraid of people. You roll your own role. I want to be like that because everybody spent most of their life being a people pleaser, being a people chaser. I got to do this for this person. I got to do that for that person. How many times a day do you catch yourself saying, I have to do this? Oh, I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to do that. That sounds crazy. How about shifting that and saying, I get to do this? And if it's something you have to do that you don't want to do, then why are you doing it? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, class is in session, right? I'm sick and tired. And this is with love. Please accept this with love. But I'm so sick and tired of you guys bitch, pissing, and moaning. You guys have been, I've known some of you guys for over 2 years, and you guys are still doing the same shit. You're still playing the same game. You're still bitching about the same stuff. Stop that. Nobody's going to come save you. There's going to be no perfect day. You're never going to feel like it. Here's the deal. Just stand up and start doing it. So whatever it is. So if something doesn't make you happy, well, I have to do it, Chris. I have to make money. Okay. What else can you do to make money? What else can you shift your priorities to? It's crazy what we can do, what we can take responsibility for, but so many people don't want to take responsibility. And they don't want to take action. They don't want to invest in themselves, but they want to be in the same spot. Let's change the vibrational energy of the world right now by saying, listen, if I'm not happy, I'm going to take ownership and responsibility for that, number one. And there's tools and resources. You don't have to go out and spend money. I mean, if you don't have the internet, you can go to the library and get a book. I can give you 10 books to read. You read those books and you apply what's in them, you'll never need a coach for the rest of your life. And I make that offer quite often, but not very many people take me up on it because they don't want to do the work. Like literally, if I give you a list of 5 books and you read them and you apply everything that's in them and you study them, your life will change forever. But everybody wants that magic pill. Everybody wants to be able to sit there and say, oh, they want to be in the victim status because what is it? More victims, hang around more victims. Misery loves company. It's convenient. It's convenient for me to be in my victim mode. That's why I can't do this, Chris, because I was abused as a kid. Check out my brother, Walt McKinley. He does walk and talks. You want to talk about trauma? He's an expert trauma coach. Holy shit. It is crazy what we can do to heal ourselves. We don't have to carry that baggage. How different would you be if you were able to say, hey, that trauma happened to me and it also happened for me, right? I know that's controversial, but what would it feel like if your perspective shifted and you didn't carry that baggage around with you anymore? Excuse me, I got to stretch out my leg because I'm in a lot of fucking pain right now. A lot of pain. What's up? Kimberly's in the house. Yeah, Rona says I got to go. Love you. Yes, I know you got to go. It's okay. But thank you for being here. So, the responsibility is on us. And there's so many amazing resources out there today that we don't take responsibility for. If we know what's going on, let's change that trajectory. I have guests on my shows every single week, and I know a lot of you guys tune into those. Those guests are designed for us all to heal and to grow and to help one another. Or whether it's just a solo show. Tomorrow night I've got Adora Crystal Evans on the Raw and Unscripted show. She's an amazing powerhouse. Talk about a crazy childhood and things she went through, but the impact that she has right now and the people she's working with, Les Brown, Dennis Waitley, Brian Tracy, amazing. And then on Friday, we got my buddy Jock Brokus is going to be on the Unfiltered Experience, an amazing dude. You're going to love his accent. He's from Scotland. Just a powerhouse. He shifts my perspective all the time. And I thought my perspective was pretty open, but he'll come at things and shift that for me. And I'll just have this awakening and whatnot because I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty to uncover and discern where it is that I'm going to continue to learn and grow from so that I could be a more effective person, so I could be a better dad, so I could be a better husband, so I could be a better friend, so I could be a better coach. That's my mission every single day is classes in session. But so many people don't want to learn. So many people don't want to face their fears and their insecurities. What would life feel like if you didn't have those insecurities? What would you be able to accomplish? What excuses could you give up if you didn't have those insecurities, if you didn't have those doubts? When you think about your life, when have you learned and grown the most? When things were good or when things were shitty? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, when they were shitty. So that's when we learn our lessons. So why not go out and do more things that may cause us to be in that predicament? Oh, because we want safety and security and everything else. That's a myth. That's a myth. If that's what you're seeking, you will never find it. But if you're seeking excitement, if you're seeking adventure, if you're seeking growth, if you're seeking evolution, by all means, it's happening all around us every single day. You either jump in it or you jump away from it. That's a choice. That's a choice. What's up? I'm trying to see the name. I'm gonna go back and check out all these. Oh, Juanita. What's up, Juanita? Oh, I miss you, sweetie. I miss you. I miss you. I saw you guys had your little patty prom the other day. Juanita and I used to work together when I was in corporate. So she's one of the beautiful people that I miss, and I miss very much. So yeah, I just wanted to come to you with this message because I know a lot of people are hurting right now and they want to be big and strong, but together, let's be vulnerable. Together, let's open our hearts and our souls and admit that we're hurting. Let's reach out to somebody. Let's make sure we're staying in contact with those we know and we care about who might be hurting. Let's not just turn a blind eye. We got suicides happening all the time. We got mental health, especially for our youth. I mean, come on, please. If I could do anything to help your kids, your teenage kids or whatever, let me know. I want to start a youth mentoring program because the kids today need solid guidance. They need solid leadership. They need to be able to know how to process their emotions and everything. So I'm going to be mad about that in 2022 as far as getting out and speaking more and mentoring. So to make a difference with our kids, we got to do that. So if there's anything, if you know of anybody that needs help, let me know and I'll be glad to assist and offer whatever I can on that. So yeah, let's just make this a time where we sit back and we really decide what it is we want for 2022. I said it before, I've got my group coaching program launching January 11th. You can go check it out at christopherrausch.com. The group coaching, just go over the coaching tab. All the details are there. You sign up before December 31st, I will take care of you. This is 6 months. I guarantee you're going to come out of this a different person. But I'm only taking 8 to 10 people. I've got a couple of people already in it. It's going to be a magical time. It's going to be great from the group dynamic. This is all brand new content that I've tested over the last 4 years with my coaching clients. So I'm super excited because there's really no way you can come out of this program not a changed person. There's no way. I'm making it so blunt yet loving that we're just going to guide ourselves through how we handle our perspectives and our expectations, and ultimately just have authentic kick-ass confidence to be able to be unstoppable, to face any situation in your life, go, okay, hey, you know what, this is going to suck, but I'm going to get out, I'm going to get through it, and I'm going to learn from it, and I'm going to grow from it. So that's what I'm here to teach and preach. So you're going to have more effective relationships. You're going to be able to set goals, health. It's going to be mind, body, and soul. You sign up before December 31st. I've got a health program I'm going to be doing too. You can get into that free. Starting January 4th, I'm going to be back on my health kick. I'm not going to do 75 hard. I'm going to do something else. So I'm going to be offering that program as well. But that one's going to be free for my group coaching clients. So I'm here to serve. I'd love to serve you. Again, if you haven't had a coaching call with me, sign up. I could send you the link and we'll jump on a Zoom call. We'll have a conversation face to face. And you bring me one situation and you'll get a sample of my coaching because we're going to handle that situation. So you can see what it is to kind of work with me. And if you're able to coach me, great. If not now, later on down the road, if nothing else, we got to meet each other and we can know more about each other and support one another. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my walk. And I will check out the comments when I get back to the house. I love you. I love you guys. So again, the other thing I want to mention, updated my website. There's an events page. If you ever want to know when my shows are or if I'm speaking on Clubhouse, if you go to the events page, it's got all my shows for the week. You just click on them. You can get reminders. So yeah, I'm trying to really make the website a one-stop shop because you never know how social media is. My newsletter's there if you want to sign up for that. I'm going to start doing the newsletter in January. I'm not a spammer or anything like that. Trust me. So anyways, I love you guys. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Let's take this time to reflect. Let's set some goals for 2022 that really excite us, that every morning we get up, we know that we're moving closer to who it is that we came here to be. All right. I love you guys. Christopher Rausch, No Excuses Coach. I love you guys. We'll see you later. Peace. 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 La, 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 la. You thought you were getting rid of me. Uh-huh.